This is the 15th video in the WordPress Speed Optimization 101 course. In this video, I'll show you one of the best managed WordPress hosting I use to host all my websites. I wanted to publish this video at the end of this course, but in the upcoming videos, I'll use this hosting for reference, hence posting this video now. When it comes to hosting, many people think a low-cost hosting plan is sufficient for hosting their website, and that's not true. Hosting your website on a low-quality server will negatively impact page load time and user experience, increase bounce rates, and security risks can cause a drop in search engine rankings, leads, conversions, and revenue, and harm your business reputation. If you're serious about your online business, the first thing you need to do is use a quality host. 2 years ago, I moved to this host from Cloudways, and I'll discuss the reasons later in this video. All right. In the browser, type wpamaze.com/rocket and hit enter. This is my affiliate link. If you want to support me and my channel, please use my affiliate link. When you use my affiliate link, I'll make a small commission and there is no extra cost for you. Now we are on the rocket.net website. Before we go forward, I want to clarify an important point. All my sites are hosted on rocket.net. You can see my rocket.net user dashboard. I'm sharing the details to let you know that I'm promoting the host I use to host my personal websites, and not some random hosting service provider available on the internet. All right, here they have stated the world's fastest WordPress hosting. You might say that every hosting company claims the same, and I completely agree with you. In this video, let's perform 4 tests and decide whether they're really the world's fastest WordPress hosting or just a false claim like any other hosting company. Let's look at the important factors we need to consider when getting web hosting: high-performance server, enterprise CDN, network, firewall, user-friendly control panel, free migrations, daily backups, free SSL certificate, experience support. Let me click on pricing. Here are the pricing and plan details. The starter plan costs $30 per month, and you can host 1 WordPress website. The starter plan includes 250,000 visits per month, 10 GB of storage space, and 50 GB of bandwidth. All plans include free SSL, enterprise CDN, security firewall, malware protection, free migrations, and automated daily backups. The Pro plan costs $60 per month. You can host 3 WordPress websites. The Pro plan includes 1 million visits per month, 20 GB of storage space, and 100 GB of bandwidth. The business plan costs $100 per month. You can host 10 WordPress websites. The business plan includes 2.5 million visits per month, 40 GB of storage space, and 300 GB bandwidth. From here, you can choose a plan. If you have 1 site, then a starter plan is sufficient. Let me click on Get Started. Here, you have to enter your email address, enter a password, and click on Continue. Here, you will find the plan details. Note: if you pay for 3 years up front, you'll get an additional year of hosting for free. You can pay using a credit card or PayPal. I'll make the payment and see you on the next screen. Okay, the order is placed successfully. You will receive an email from rocket.net with all the details. Here is the order number. Let me click on Continue to Client Area. Now we're on Rocket's control panel. Under Sites, you can see the sites hosted on Rocket. And by clicking on the Upgrade Plan button, you can upgrade the existing plan. Here, you can see how many visitors visited your site this month. The data will be reset at the end of the month. Here, you can see how much storage you've used and the available storage. I'm using the starter plan, and 10 GB of storage is included in the starter plan. If I use more than 10 GB of storage space, then I'll be charged $2 per GB per month. Alternatively, I can upgrade my existing plan, and the storage limit will be increased based on my chosen plan. Here we can see this month's bandwidth usage details, as we've not yet created any sites. We're seeing just the Create Site button. Else, you'll find the site details in the Create Site button. Okay, let's create our first site. Click on Create Site, give a name to your site. I'll enter WP Amaze. Then click Select Location, and you'll see a list of server locations. Rocket has servers in London, Frankfurt, Amsterdam, Australia, Singapore, and the US. You have to select a server that is closer to your visitors. If you don't find a server closer to your visitors, then you can select a server from one of these locations. I have already performed tests, and Rocket's performance is the same worldwide because of Cloudflare Enterprise Plan features. I'll share the results in a moment. I'll select Ashburn, then click on Continue. Enter a username for the admin account. And ensure you do not keep the usernames such as admin, your name, or your site name. As this video is for tutorial purposes, I'm entering my name. Enter a strong password. I prefer to use a separate email that I don't display anywhere in public. You can select your preferred language. If you want multi-site support, you can enable this option. If you want to enable WooCommerce, you can do that by enabling this option. When you enable this option, WooCommerce plugin will be installed. Atarim is a collaborate tool. If you are building websites for your clients, it's a great tool, and I'll create a separate video. But for this video, I'll keep it disabled. WP recommended plugins. When this option is enabled, Website Builder by SeedProd, SiteKit by Google Analytics, Pop-up Builder by Opt-in Monster, WP Forms and WP Mail SMTP plugins will be installed. We don't need any of these plugins. I'll keep this option disabled. Click on Continue. As you can see, WordPress was installed successfully. This is the temporary URL that Rocket offers. And in a moment, I'll show you how to change it. You can click on the Visit URL link to visit the site. Here is our new website. You can visit the WordPress admin dashboard without entering a username and password by clicking the WP admin button. As you can see, when I clicked on WP admin, I was taken to the WordPress admin area without entering the login details. Here is the application name. You can change the application name by clicking on this icon. If you scroll down, you can see the site activity details. As this is a new site, there is no data available. Here you can find the site information such as FTP address, SFTP username, CDN URL, location, and disk usage details. On the right side, under domains, we see the temporary domain name. Once we update the domain name, we will see the updated domain name. You'll find the FTP details here if you have created one. You can create a new FTP account by clicking on Add FTP account. If you created a user account by clicking the Add Site User button, you will find the account details here. You can add a new user by clicking the Add Site User button. Note, if you add a user following this method, WordPress will create an admin account with full management capabilities. Let me click on Plugins. Here, you'll see the list of plugins installed on your website. You can activate, deactivate, update, and delete plugins from here without logging into the WordPress admin dashboard. Let me quickly show you how it works. Go to the WordPress admin dashboard. Click on Installed Plugins. As you can see, both plugins are installed but not activated. Here is the Akismet Spam plugin. We see a tick mark under Activate. If a plugin update is available, you can update the plugin by clicking on this button. You can delete a plugin by clicking on the trash icon. To activate a plugin, you have to click on the tick mark. And we see a pop-up message saying, "Are you sure you want to activate Akismet Anti-Spam Spam Protection?" In your case. The Akismet Anti-Spam Protection can be something else based on the plugin that you're activating. As we want to activate this plugin, I'll click on the Activate button. Let me go back to the plugins page and refresh the page. You'll see a plugin activate message. To delete a plugin, click on the trash icon and we see a pop-up message saying, "Are you sure you want to delete Hello Dolly?" Let me click on delete. And the plugin is deleted successfully. Let me refresh the plugin page. As you can see, the plugin has been deleted. Let me deactivate and delete Akismet Spam Protection plugin. In the same way, if you want to install a plugin, you can search for the plugin and install the plugin from here. Let me enter Elementor. Here are the Elementor-related plugins. Let me click on Themes. You can activate, deactivate, update, and delete themes from here. As we can see, 2022, 2023, and 2024 themes are installed. 2024 theme is active. Let's say we want to install the Astra theme. To install a theme, click on these three dots and click on Install Theme. Let me click on File Manager. From here, you can manage your website folders and files. You can upload files and folders by clicking the Upload button. You can click on these three dots to create a file or folder. Having an inbuilt backup system is extremely important. If a website breaks due to an update, or you want to restore an old backup of the website, this will be helpful. If your host doesn't have an inbuilt backup system, you'll have to install a backup plugin to create automatic backups. And the backup plugins will consume a huge amount of resources and slow the website. Alternatively, you can use third-party paid backup solutions such as Manage WP, and it will be an additional expense. Under Manual Backups, you can find all the manual backups that you created. To create the backups manually, click the Create Backup button. Here you can enter a name or date, which helps identify the backup. Then decide what you want to backup website files, database, or both. Then click on Confirm. Creating a backup might take a few minutes depending on the website size. Once the backup is created, you'll see a success message, and under Status, processing will change to Available. Under Create, you'll see the date and time when the backup was created. Under Actions, you'll see 3 icons. If you click on the first icon, you can download the backup. If you click on this icon, you can restore the backup. Finally, if you click on this icon, you can delete the backup. If you click on Confirm, the manual backup will be deleted. Rocket's automated backup system will create daily backups. Under Automated Backups, you'll find all the backups automatically created by Rocket.net. Under Logs, you will see 2 options. To view the activity log, you first have to enable it. To enable the activity log, click on the Enable button. Once the option is enabled, you will be able to see details such as who logged into your website, when they logged in, their IP address, the actions they performed, and so on. Under Overview, you can see the visitor's geolocation, device, browser details, etc. Here you can monitor the CDN usage. If you click Firewall, you will find the details about the login attempts, blocked requests, etc. Let me click on Security. To make your website password protected, you must enable this option. If you want to give website access to your designer or developer, you can add them by clicking on the Add User button. Let me click on Advanced. You can manage the database by clicking on phpMyAdmin. If you want to launch a console in the browser, you can do it by clicking WP CLI. You can click on the PHP version to change the PHP version. By enabling this option, you can manage WordPress installation via SSH. By enabling this option, you can auto-update WordPress core, just minor updates or always update to the latest version. By enabling this option, you can auto-update the plugins. By enabling this option, you can auto-update the themes. Note, free themes and plugins will be automatically updated, and for the premium themes and plugins, you must activate the license key to get the auto-updates. SSH keys allow file transfer using SFTP to your website. You can import a new key by clicking on this button. If you have already imported keys, then they will be listed here. If you click on the Delete button, your website will be deleted. All right, here we are seeing the Production button. If we click on the option, we can see the Staging option. But we can't select the staging option, as we have not created a staging site yet. To create a staging site, click on the Create Staging button. It might take a couple of minutes to create the staging site. Once the staging site is created, the Rocket temporary link will change. Here, as we can see, staging is selected instead of production. When you select staging, the word staging is added to the temporary URL. Let me select the production site. The word staging won't exist. Here you will see 2 buttons. To clear the cache, you must click on the Clear Cache button. To log into the staging site, click the WP Admin button. All these options will be the same as those on the production site we saw earlier. Here we will see 2 new options, Delete Staging and Publish. Once you make the required changes to the staging site, click Publish to push the changes to the main site. If you think you don't need the staging site anymore later, you can click Delete Staging to delete the staging site. Now, we are on the Overview page. Once you're ready to publish the site on your primary domain, click the Get Started button. Here, you must enter your website URL. I prefer to use Cloudflare for managing the DNS records, and if you're using a different service provider to manage DNS records. The following process will remain the same. Let me copy the domain name and paste it here. If there is any extra space before or after the domain name, remove it and click on Continue. You'll see the TXT records that Rocket.net provides for enabling SSL certificates. It looks like SSL certificate is already assigned. If step 2 gets skipped, as you see here, don't worry. Continue with the process, and if you see SSL details in step 2, I'll show you how to add them. Wait a moment. I'll show you how to add the TXT records using a different account. Okay, here we go. To add SSL details, we must create a TXT record on Cloudflare or Namecheap, whichever you use. Click on Add a New Record and select TXT record. Let me copy the name and paste it here. Let me copy the value and paste it here and click on Save Changes. Click on Add a New Record and select TXT record. Let me copy the name and paste it here. Let me copy the value and paste it here. Click on Save Changes. Then go back to the Rocket.net dashboard and click on I've added TXT records Continue button. As we can see, the SSL certificate setup is successful. In the third step, you'll see Update DNS. It's time to add the CNAME records to map the main domain. Okay, from here on, I'll use the new Rocket account. Here we are seeing 2 CNAME records. Okay, now let's add these 2 records. Copy the name, go to Cloudflare and click on Add Record. Under Type, select CNAME. Here, enter at symbol, then go back to the Rocket.net dashboard, copy the value, and paste it here. Under the proxy status, as we can see, proxy is enabled, and now it's in the orange color. As discussed earlier, Rocket.net enables Cloudflare enterprise features for all the sites, and Rocket handles the Cloudflare configuration. Hence, here we have to turn off the proxy status. Once you turn off the proxy status, this icon color will change from orange to gray. Under Comment, I always mention the details for the record to make it easier to manage later. Then click on Save. Now, we have to repeat the same for the other record. This time, instead of at symbol, we must enter www. Let me copy the value. Go to Cloudflare. Click on Add Record. Under Type, select CNAME. Under the name, enter www, and under the target, paste the value. Turn off proxy and click on Save. We successfully added both records. Now go back to the Rocket.net dashboard, and here, click on I have updated my DNS button. As we can see, the temporary domain URL is replaced with the primary domain name. Once you click on Billing, you can view the plan details, invoices, and payment methods. Click on Plan Details, and you can see the plan details here. On the right side, under Actions, we see Upgrade, Downgrade, and Request Cancellation options. You can click on Upgrade, Downgrade to upgrade or downgrade your existing plans, and click Request Cancellation to cancel your hosting plan. Let me click on Invoices. Here you can find the invoice details and download a copy. Okay, we're on the documentation page where we can find detailed documentation. Let me click on My Tickets to view the tickets. To submit a ticket, click on Submit Ticket. Here you can provide all the required information and submit the form. If you want to chat with an agent, click on this chat icon, enter your name and email address, and initiate a chat with the support agent. Live chat support is available 24/7. In these 2 years, I chatted with the support team 4 to 5 times. And every time, they solved the issues right away instead of creating tickets. This means you're chatting with the real WordPress experts who know their job. Before we continue the video, I would like to show you a 1-minute video, and this 1-minute video might help you build a most successful career. If you want to learn how to optimize a website efficiently, the Ultimate Speed Optimization course is for you. Speed up your website, pass core web vitals, and increase your business growth. This course is suitable for complete beginners, intermediates, and advanced users. Here is a website that scored 16 on Page Speed Insights and took 29.2 seconds to load. In just a few hours, the website scored a perfect 100 and loaded in just 174 milliseconds. Become a speed optimization expert and expand your portfolio. You are not just learning how to optimize websites. In the 100K Web Agency Mastery course, I'll show you how to find high-paying clients, generate recurring revenue, etc. If you're wondering how much I charge for optimizing a website, the pricing starts at $500, which can go up to $30,000. I want to see you charge the same to your clients. By the end of this course, I want clients to search for you and not the other way around. The first 300 people who join the Ultimate Speed Optimization course will get a 100K Web Agency Mastery course worth $497 for free. Course links are in the video description and in the pinned comment area. All right, back to the video topic. Now we will test Rocket.net performance and compare it with 2 other hosting service providers, Cloudways and HostGator. Let me show you the website we'll use to perform server tests. I imported a Blocksy starter site which uses Elementor and WooCommerce. Then I installed Flying Press plugin and made a few basic settings. Let me explain why I installed Flying Press. There are 2 reasons for installing Flying Press. I want to keep the comparison test as fair as possible. When you host a site on the Rocket server, the cache is enabled by default. Hence, we have to enable the cache on the 2 other sites. And to enable the cache, we'll be using Flying Press. We have to compare the same exact site with the same theme, plugins, and even configurations. Then, I installed All-in-One Migration plugin, exported the site from Rocket.net, and uploaded the website to Cloudways and HostGator. Before we start the test, I'll show you all 3 websites, the theme and plugins we installed, and Flying Press settings. That way, you'll know we are using the exact copy of the site for performing the test. This site is hosted on Rocket.net. This site is hosted on Cloudways. And this site is hosted on HostGator. Now let me show you the theme and plugins. Blocksy theme is installed and activated. Now let me click on plugins. Bloxy Companion, Elementor, Flying Press, WooCommerce, and WP Form Lite plugins are installed and activated. Now, let me show you Flying Press settings. Under cache logged in users is disabled. Automatically preload cache and preload links on hover is enabled. Under CSS, minify CSS and remove unused CSS options are enabled, and under load unused CSS, remove unused CSS is selected. Under JavaScript, minify JavaScript and defer JavaScript options are enabled. Under font settings, optimize Google Fonts and display fallback fonts are enabled. Under images, the lazy load images option is enabled, and the first two images are excluded from the lazy load. Add missing width and height is enabled. Preload critical images are enabled. Under iframes, lazy load iframes and use placeholder images for YouTube videos options are enabled. The rest of the options are disabled. This website is hosted on Cloudways. The theme, plugins, and Flying Press settings are the same as those on Rocket.net. This website is hosted on HostGator. The theme, plugins, and Flying Press settings are the same as those on Rocket.net and Cloudways. This site is hosted on Rocket.net. TTFB is 45 milliseconds, and the website fully loaded time is 209 milliseconds. The mobile score is 100. First contentful paint 1 second. Largest contentful paint 1.2 seconds. Total blocking time 30 milliseconds. Cumulative layout shift 0. Speed index 1.2 seconds. The desktop score is 100. First contentful paint, 300 milliseconds. Largest contentful paint, 300 milliseconds. The total blocking time, 0 milliseconds. Cumulative layout shift, 0. Speed index, 300 milliseconds. If you have visitors from worldwide, it is important to ensure the website loads fast for everyone. The best way to know if the site is loading fast worldwide is to test the TTFB. Although, practically speaking, testing TTFB from every country is challenging. To simplify things, we can test the TTFB from 8 different countries. The site URL is tools.keycdn.com. We'll use this site to test the TTFB. Click on Performance Test. Here, enter the site URL and click on Test. We'll be looking at the average TTFB to get a better idea. The fastest TTFB is 45 milliseconds, the slowest is 372 milliseconds, and the average TTFB is 137 milliseconds. This site is hosted on Cloudways. TTFB is 254 milliseconds. The website's fully loaded time is 1.1 seconds. Here are the Page Speed Insights test results. The mobile score is 86. First contentful paint 2 seconds. Largest contentful paint 2.8 seconds. Total blocking time 260 milliseconds. Cumulative layout shift is 0.022. Speed index 4.3 seconds. The desktop score is 92. First contentful paint 1 second. Largest contentful paint 1.3 seconds. Total blocking time 10 milliseconds. Cumulative layout shift is 0.036. Speed index 1.8 seconds. Now let's check the TTFB performance. The fastest TTFB is 30 milliseconds. The slowest TTFB is 762 milliseconds. Average TTFB is 408 milliseconds. This site is hosted on HostGator. TTFB is 270 milliseconds. And the website fully loaded time is 1 second. Here are the Page Speed Insights test results. The mobile score is 84. The first contentful paint 2 seconds. The largest contentful paint 3.4 seconds. The total blocking time 220 milliseconds. Cumulative layout shift 0.022. Speed index 4.3 seconds. The desktop score is 92. First contentful paint 900 milliseconds. Largest contentful paint 1.4 seconds. The total blocking time 100 milliseconds. Cumulative layout shift 0.024. Speed index 1.5 seconds. Now let's check the TTFB performance. The fastest TTFB is 100 milliseconds. The slowest is 810 milliseconds, and the average TTFB is 516 milliseconds. The last test we will be performing in this video will be the server stress test. I'm using loader.io to test the server performance. We will send requests from 0 to 500 clients per second over 1 minute in this test. Once the test is done, we'll use the average response time and response counts to decide the server's performance. Performing the server stress test alone is not the best method for testing the server's performance. I'm testing around 50 different hosting service providers. And in that video, I'll cover the various testing methods, and it will be one of the most detailed hosting comparison videos. This site is hosted on HostGator. The average response time is 3,462 milliseconds. The minimum and maximum response rate chart is extremely fluctuating. If we look at the response counts, the success count is 2,591, with 1,174 timeouts. These results are awful and highly unacceptable. This site is hosted on Cloudways and uses the DigitalOcean Premium 2 GB plan. The average response time is 438 milliseconds. Minimum and maximum response rate chart is stable during the entire time. If we look at the response counts, the success count is 34,053 with 0 timeouts. I was expecting a better performance. This site is hosted on rocket.net. The average response time is 18 milliseconds. Minimum and maximum response rate chart is stable during the entire time. If we look at the response counts, the success count is 7,74,716 with 0 timeouts. This is an outstanding performance. All right, we are done with all 4 different types of comparison tests, and here are the results. By seeing these results, anyone can easily say Rocket.net's performance is top-notch, and no other server's performance was even close to Rocket.net. Now let me explain why I migrated my websites from Cloudways to Rocket.net. When my site was on Cloudways, the website loaded in less than a second and the global TTFB was around 300 milliseconds. After moving the WP Amaze website to Rocket.net, page loading time dropped to 300 milliseconds, and the average global TTFB is less than 100 milliseconds. I used the following plugins, services, and hosting to deliver the best experience for my visitors. Note: I'm not saying you must also use premium services like I do. There are free options available that deliver satisfactory results. Apart from speed, I removed the following plugins. Akismet Spam plugin. After moving to Rocket.net, I received 2 to 3 spam comments in 2 years. As Rocket.net takes care of spam, Akismet is no longer required. Updraft Plus. Rocket has a robust inbuilt backup system. Hence, Updraft Plus isn't required anymore. WordFence Premium. Every site hosted on Rocket is protected by 2 firewalls, Cloudflare Enterprise Edge Firewall and Immunify 360. Hence, security plugins aren't required anymore. Despite having all the security measures in place, if your website gets hacked, Rocket team will fix the website for free. ShortPixel. I used ShortPixel to optimize and convert images into WebP format. As Cloudflare Enterprise Edge will compress, resize, and deliver images in WebP format, I removed ShortPixel. My sites get traffic from worldwide, so I was using Bunny CDN. Bunny CDN has 94 edge locations, and Cloudflare Edge has over 250 edge locations, which is the highest at the moment. Cloudways. I was using a 2 GB Vultr high-frequency server and paying $25 per month. Using the above 5 services, and Cloudways cost me around $62 per month. On Rocket.net, hosting a single site costs $30 per month, and if you decide to prepay for 1 year like me, it will cost you $25 per month. Apart from cost saving and reducing the number of plugins. When my site was migrated to Rocket.net, the website performance improved to a great extent. If you believe this video helped you, share it with others and help them choose a better hosting service provider. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more such videos, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, and share the video with others. Sharing the video with others will help me get more views and motivate me to create more valuable videos to help you and others. We appreciate your support and look forward to having you in our community. I'll be back with another video soon. Till then, take care, bye.